Huh, yeah, nice tidy work area. Two hammers. Two hammers, that is funny. Anyway, yeah, just happens sometimes. Yeah, so update kind of video for Vloggerdome. It debuts in Chicago Public Access TV tonight. So we will be doing the tiny chat thing from Google Plus on the Vloggerdome channel. I'll probably, I don't know. Old Fan's got some stuff, so I probably should do the hosting thing. But it probably doesn't matter. You can just open close rooms anytime you want and stuff. Well, anyway, that's where it'll be, Google Plus, and on Vloggerdome. And so when there's a, I don't know, yeah, I guess I'll post a video here, pointing there, something like that. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it's progressing right along. I mean, I'm pleased with what we've done, and it's it's not terribly supported very well. People aren't terribly supportive, but whatever. Yeah, I think it's it's not you kind of hope to do everything right and have time and all that stuff, but things aren't exactly what you want, but it's pretty close to what I expected. And yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Well, all of just making videos is just so hard. You see channels where professors are doing courses and all this kind of stuff, and the videos have 50 views, and you're just saying, man, the internet is retarded. I mean, it's pretty quality stuff, and people just aren't interested. Which is part of the problem. So you have to turn everything into infotainment crap. And then people argue about how great the human race is, and you're just like, man, sorry, no sale. Yeah, just this really disappointing. But anyway, it's not really the subject, I don't think. It might be the subject. I think I had other things to get to. Oh yeah, I did an update to the website, so I am going to work on the vloggerdome.com. Keep it simple, stupid, and that kind of stuff. Just links to the subjects and whatnot. I want to add a written component, some sort of Vloggerdome in text kind of idea of, I've said it before, but yes, blogs of limited, kind of like a wiki, where, one statement is updated by the opposing sides. They make their best argument, just keep improving their argument based on the counter argument. I think that would be very good. I'm kind of focused on the draft science stuff right now. Might make one more holiday video, but not too holiday, but just on the general subject of logic and categories. Because along with everything else that he's wrong about, he's just wrong about what categories are for. And his silly argument, I'd call it silly, that he really can't tell the difference between meaningful distinctions and arbitrary distinctions, which is, you're not going to get very far in life. That's like not being able to tell Goldilocks from instruction manual for the nuclear power plant. Anyway, so this physics thing is kind of interesting, though. So I did contact that, what's his name, Bill Grade guy, and he's just so hostile to any idea but his own, and I am too. So that's just the way it is. I mean, we have this common enemy, which is the established hierarchy, religious hierarchy of physics, that have drawn all these idiotic conclusions based on minimum evidence. And so here we have this common enemy, common enemy, and but it doesn't seem like that's going to do us any good, because we don't agree on what the right answer is. He has this rope theory that every single element of everything is tied to everything else. You know, it's like, I don't know how the friggin' universe could afford all the rope he wants to buy. It just, you know, on its face, it just seems like the more complex answer rather than the simple answer. It might, as the physics work out, but it's a redundancy in a sense. Motion is like a rubber band, you know, being pulled back. So when you move, you could argue it's much like a rubber band pulling you. But there's no need to have the rubber band if the motions, you know, you can explain it without the rubber band. So, you know, his theory might work out similar to mine in the sense that it'll explain the physics without the need of magical time dimensions and warps this and, you know, probability that. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that he is just so hostile that, you know, we probably can't do any good business together. So anyway, I'll see you on the trip home. But yeah, it is just disappointing that there hasn't been any biting counter arguments. I was just kind of hoping that he would do more of a specific argument regarding where I've got it wrong, rather than tell me that I have to do rope theory or else. So anyway, I'll just got to search for other people to talk to. The ones around here suck. Anyway, till next time and such. Or soon, something. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, back. Yeah, really nice swimming day. So 90 degrees, humid, very nice. Anyway, maybe showers later though. But we don't need weather reports. So, vloggerdome. Yeah, that's the subject, I suppose. Tonight, premiere, such. Yeah, I don't know. It is funny that I'm just kind of preoccupied by the physics thing. You know, all these other subjects are probably more important, but nobody, you know, there just isn't. You know, there's no quality to the argument. You can't establish a single premise with most people. If they're desperate enough to preserve their garbage, you know, they'll just create evasion after evasion, and then accuse you of it, which is hilarious. Accuse you of manufacturing evidence. You know, the evidence of a category called value. How outrageous. You manufactured it. You know, and put something like feeling organisms in it. How ludicrous. How arbitrary. Damn. Anyway. I don't want to be making that video again. Yeah. But gee, what else is happening? So there's vloggerdome. The 10 or 12 subjects, which are good. And yeah, any website advice would be welcome. Somebody wants to design a website, you know, show me what it should look like, and you know, you don't have to know how to make it, just know how to draw it. Yeah, you know, I'm not opposed. These people always gripe about shit. If you make it too simple, they complain. If you make it too complicated, they complain. People just complain. They don't really do anything about anything. They don't offer solutions or counter arguments or anything. They just bitch. Way too late, way too little. Yeah. People really are jerks. Yeah, they really do suck. Planet Earth was covered with me. Gee, just how wonderful it would be. Anyway. lament. That's all you can do. Lament. It's not the world we got. We got a world full of kooks and crackpots, lunatics. Just barely nobody makes any sense. Paradoxical and such. Depressed myself. Damn. I'll now have an excuse to do nothing for an hour. I'll stare into space. Yeah, that'd be cool. Anyway, glass. Really old glass. Guess this was a garbage dump back here or something. I don't know. An awful lot of glass back here. Anyway, vloggerdome. Yay. So, till next time, and such. Next subject's going to be the education thing. Buy a bigger brain. Yeah, buy some brains. That whole thing. So that ought to be challenging. They're all challenging to make it all interesting. I haven't been doing the interesting part. I've just been doing the content part, but I'll probably have to start doing something interesting. I just have so little patience for it. I don't want to be interesting. I want to be right. I don't want to bother with this interesting shit. So anyway, not enough. I've uninterested you. You'd be all pissed off. He was uninteresting, fucker. God, I hate this place. So, till next time. And such, and so forth. And whatnot. Almost home. Home, sweet home. A mess, sweet mess. Love the smell of cat poo in the morning. Anyway, till next time.